Good morning from Hamilton. We are being joined by RoofLife today. RoofLife.ca is their website, relatively new company. I'm here with their Director of Operations, co-partner Brett, and this is a really, really cool product. New on the market. You were just telling me this is the first one of its kind here?
That's correct, and thank you for having us today. Beautiful weather today for doing roof rejuvenation.
Yeah.
We are Canada's premier roof rejuvenation service, focusing in Ontario. We go everywhere between Niagara Falls all the way to Ottawa.
Wow.
So we service a large area. We have a few crews, and yeah, we're doing roof rejuvenation throughout the city.
What made you come up with the idea of thinking, okay, you know, we're gonna not replace the roof, but rejuvenate it?
Yeah, for most of your viewers, they probably never heard of roof rejuvenation service before, and it's a complete new technology, right? So we saw this happening in the US about 8 years ago. It's been developing. They've been using this formula, which is a soybean formula, complete eco product in road asphalt for 25 years, which softens the aggregate of asphalt. So what they did, less cracks, and lets the asphalt last longer. So they realized what is also in the industry of asphalt, and that's roof shingles. So they reformulated the formula for homes and also for commercial properties as well. And basically, the roof rejuvenation, we saw that happening, said there's an untapped market here in Canada, and we really want to bring it to Canada. So we're a full Canadian company, 100%, and the product as well. And we're just happy to actually teach homeowners that we can not only extend the life of their shingles, but save them thousands of dollars on expensive roof replacements that is unnecessary.
Or repairs, I guess, too, right?
Well, we'll get to that a little bit later, but we do repairs as well. All my crew members are roofers, so when we do minor roof tune-ups and roof inspections, we can do that for the customer, make sure that they have peace of mind on the roofs before we spray.
Now, in your opinion, why do you think it was an untapped market in Canada? Why do you think they were only doing it in the US? Did our climate have something to do with it, you think?
Not at all. It's a new technology, and it just hasn't made its way up here into Canada. We're a completely different market than the US, as we know, and so we saw this and we jumped on the opportunity to be first to market. And it's actually almost our 1-year anniversary coming up in July, which is pretty good. Happy birthday to us. But it's been an amazing ride so far. Customers are really adapting to this product and realizing what roof rejuvenation can do for their home. And we're going to talk later about some of the benefits of what roof rejuvenation can do for them.
That's amazing. And I'm guessing you're getting a lot of your people through word of mouth. I mean, I find quite often when one person gets their roof done, it tends to be a bit of a spiral, like a little domino effect through the neighborhood. So I'm assuming this is very similar. People are walking by being like, what's going on? What's going on up there? What are we doing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because we're a new company, we have a new product, a new service, we really got to make a lot of noise, right? Just to get people to understand what this is all about, right? So we are changing the roofing industry a little bit and trying to say, hey, you don't have to necessarily replace your roof anymore. Now you have this option to maintain your roof a lot longer and save you thousands of dollars.
This is so cool. RoofLife.ca. We're going to show you exactly how the product works coming up, so you don't want to go anywhere on Morning Live. Back with RoofLife here in Hamilton, and it's time to talk about the benefits, why a homeowner would need a service like this. Brett, fairly new company, you guys have been around, happy birthday, in July for 1 year, and people are really becoming quite fascinated with what you have to offer. Tell me exactly how it works and why people should do it.
Okay, we get a lot of questions from homeowners because this is a new product, new service in the roofing industry. We're completely disrupting it, and we're basically want to let people know that they don't necessarily need to replace their roof just because it's 15, 20 years old. If your shingles are still laying flat and they're not curling, we can spray them and give you an extended life on it, on the roof. We can get you another 10, 15 years extension on your roof. Yes.
I just got really excited about that.
It's absolutely amazing product. So let's go over what homeowners should look for, right? So we see this here. These are granules, right? That's what's on your actual shingle, right? And you'll start seeing these in your eaves troughs, and you'll see them in your downspout, from your gutters. That's a sign that your roof is constantly shedding. It's called granule shedding. We want to prevent that. So one of the things that the roof rejuvenation does is actually keep those granules on by 60% more so that you can keep them on. And what's important about these granules is they act like tiny mirrors. So they bounce the UV ray off your shingles, because UV, as we all know, is completely damaging from anything. So I'm going to show you a shingle that we kind of half sprayed here as a demonstration. And so this is a 20-year-old shingle that is very stiff and rigid, right?
Yep.
Yep. So the sprayed side, I can literally fold this over like paper.
And it's not breaking.
And it's not breaking. Again, it's a 20.
So much softer.
It's much softer, and that's what we want to do.
Ooh, that's
Yep,
fun.
you can bend that right back
Yeah.
and not break it, right?
That's
so
cool.
keeping the shingle flexible is another important part of this process and the actual formula itself,
Okay.
which makes it stay flatter so then when you get a high wind, it's not blowing them off. Okay, and the third thing that it does, and we'll get to the granule test
I'm
here
like,
in a
what's this
second.
for? I
I want to do this. That's what you want to do. See the color difference here?
Yeah.
What do you notice?
This one's darker.
Yes, but what do you think is happening here? This is the old side.
Oh, these are coming off for sure,
Yeah.
and then these are like stuck.
Yeah, but this is an old looking red.
That looks way better.
And the UV's faded this color. We bring the natural colors back. So we give you this beautiful new
so
look.
this is what it's supposed to
curb
look
appeal.
like, or what
Yes.
it did look like when it was first put on.
100%. So
Okay.
we're making your roof look brand new
Sorry, I
again.
didn't catch on there right away.
No worries, no worries. So I'm going to give you that wire brush.
Okay.
And I want you to scrape. Look, they're already falling off, but I want you to scrape that side. Look how many are coming off, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. You're almost going to take it all off.
Sorry, I
All right,
get
let's
excited.
get rid of that. And let's go on this side and give that a
I'm
little
very
scrape.
hands-on.
How many? Not as many, right?
1, 2, 3,
Right,
maybe.
nowhere near
Wow.
what you did before. So that's what it's doing. Okay, and let's talk about our formula here.
Okay.
100% eco product, pet friendly, people friendly, and plant friendly. You have to worry about anything.
Doesn't smell like anything.
No, it's a 96% soybean oil formula, and the derivatives of the other ingredients are from soybean oil. So it's a complete eco product, which is absolutely
That's
amazing.
amazing.
And furthermore, all that stuff,
Yeah.
the shingles, the wood, the underlaying paper, when you do a roof replacement,
Yeah.
it goes into the Canadian landfills at 1.25 million tons a year. We're doing our little part to
Wow.
actually prevent the environmental disaster that is happening from that
And I
by keeping
love-
them on longer.
I love that environmental impact. That's huge.
It's
That
a
is going to
massive
sell
impact.
huge with Canadians for
Yes.
sure. Okay, coming up, more of a demonstration on how it's actually applied to your roof. It takes no time at all. Okay, well, this is how easy it is to apply this to your roof. Okay, I'm not doing a very good job, but they put me to work, and it's a very low pressure spray. Am I putting too much on?
No, that's perfect. Well, maybe on the ground you're putting a little bit too much, but you know, this is for demonstration purposes. You're doing an awesome job, and maybe you'll have a job after this. We can get you on the roof.
Oh yeah?
Maybe?
I'm looking
No?
for some side
Okay.
hustles. Side hustles, that'd be great.
Perfect. Everyone needs a side hustle,
Yeah.
right? So what we're using here is a soft power kind of spray.
Yeah.
We don't want to use a power spray at all where, you know, you're doing washing down a car or your driveway or anything. We want to make sure the shingles are getting sprayed gently so we're not doing any damage to the shingle. But what's happening is here, you see it's a milky white.
Yeah.
So what it's doing right now, the older the shingles are,
Okay.
the more thirsty they are, like a, you know, like a drywall where you
Like
put the
they'll
first coat of
absorb?
paint, it gets absorbed
Yeah,
so
yeah,
quick.
yeah,
So
yeah.
older the roof, the better. Now people ask me, when should I do this, right? So the first time you should be thinking about doing this as a maintenance product is the year 7. Around the 7-year mark, your roof has seen 7 years of winter, summer, and everything between,
like a
365
7-year
days.
itch.
7-year itch, right. So we want to get the shingles starting as a maintenance product, and you can come back to me every 5-10 years to redo the maintenance, right? So we guarantee the first 5 years, but you're going to get another 10 to 15 years on the life of your shingle. So as the shingle gets older, if you're in that 15, 20, 25 year mark and your shingles are still flat and nice, the thirstier they're gonna get.
Yeah.
So they're gonna absorb this
These
as
absorb
much as
pretty
possible.
quick.
So what this soy is actually doing, not only increasing the flexibility, keeping the granulization on, and making the color come back, what it's doing, we have micro cracks in the asphalt itself as they dry out.
Right.
They're cracking and they're kind of like
That's where we
curling.
get leaks.
That's kind of getting leaks. A lot of leaks come around from venting and such, and we can
Okay.
even talk about how our roof tune-ups help with that. But what we're doing is actually healing those micro cracks with our formula. So what you're basically doing is sealing that shingle so that it'll last a lot longer for you. And then
Okay.
you don't have to get that roof replacement in the future, and that's saving you thousands of dollars.
Okay, so first question.
Yes.
When I get this done at 7 years, instead of replacing my roof at year 20, I may replace it at year 25 or year 30, or I may never need to replace my roof again if I keep getting this done every 5 years.
Excellent question. Depends on where you are in where you are in your home. Am I
Okay.
going to be here for another 5 years? Am I going to be here another 10 years? But I can extend the life of your roof. If you did this every 5 years, because
Yeah.
I can spray up to 3 times,
Yeah.
I can guarantee you a 15-year roof. So that really extends the life of your roof.
Wow.
Even if you're at 20, I can give you another 15 years, and then you're looking at, what, 35?
Roofers must love you guys.
Well, you know what? We actually don't tell people not to replace the roofs if it
Yeah.
needs to replace, but there is room in the industry
Yeah.
for another product to be out there.
Totally.
Forever, 100 years. Your only option as a homeowner was to replace the
Yeah.
roof. Wait till your roof is 20, 25 years old and dying,
Yeah.
get it replaced, and
then
spend
do this.
thousands of dollars. Or now you have a choice as a homeowner, thanks to us at RoofLife, that you can extend the life of your shingles without spending all that money at a fraction of a cost, 90% less.
That's remarkable. Okay, timing, we'll talk about how long it takes, what you need to do as a homeowner if you'd like to get this service done. All of that is just ahead with RoofLife on Morning Live. Can we continue to watch the demonstration of RoofLife putting its completely eco-friendly product on this roof in Hamilton? He's safe up there.
100% safe. All my guys are roofers. They've been roofing for 10 plus years, completely safe up there, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, because that's a lot of, consumers are really concerned about safety standards and are they being followed?
Yep.
And we've got an example of a guy standing very, very, very high up. But I
Yep.
guess if you're a roofer, you're a trained professional.
Yep, and you're comfortable on the roof. This is a very walkable roof that we're on right now. If the roof is a lot higher, then we take even more safety standards to heart for sure.
How long does it take to do your whole roof, depending on the size of your house?
Generally, a 2,000 square foot home, we're in and out under 2 hours.
Wow.
So it is no fuss or muss for the homeowner. You don't actually have to be home. All we have to do is have access to one of your hoses or water, because we do hydrate all the plants and the ground. Even though it's a plant-safe product,
Yeah.
hydration just helps everything when it comes to
That's
keeping
so
everything
nice. So
clean.
you'll water my flowers too.
I will we water your grass, your plants, your trees.
That's awesome. 2 hours in and out. Now, what does the homeowner have to do? Anything?
Pretty much nothing. Sort of how it goes is our crew shows up.
Yeah.
We talk to the homeowner. We let them know that we're going to go up and do a roof inspection so that you can have peace of mind as a homeowner that you're not going to have any leaks before we spray.
Okay.
Once that roof inspection is done, that's looking for nail pops, maybe some missing shingles. We're looking for, there's caulking missing around vents, because that's where most of the leaks happen. And if there's anything missing and it's very minor little fixes, we do that for free,
Wow.
right? So we want to take care of the homeowner, make sure they have peace of mind moving forward before we spray. And then we do the spray. And as you see here, Soren's on top of the roof here spraying away, and you can visually see that it goes on kind of a creamy white.
Yeah.
That's the soy formula. But we sprayed a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
and what's happened here?
Gorgeous. It's darker. It's more vivid. I'm trying to think of the word for moisturized.
Yeah, it's rejuvenating.
It's rejuvenating.
Yes. So basically, you see how it's milky white up there, but we've sprayed earlier on the bottom part here, and now it's
Yeah.
already fully absorbed within.
Absorbed, that's the word I was
Fully
looking
absorbed
for.
already. And so this homeowner told me this roof, or
Yeah.
these shingles, are 15 plus years old. So like I said earlier, these ones are pretty thirsty for more moisturization or oil. So what happens, UV really takes out the natural petroleum oils of the shingle, and that's why they get dry. So we want to put natural oils back into the shingle to
Interesting.
make them more flexible again. And again, flexibility, keeping the granules on and making that color, making your home curb appeal look that much nicer.
Oh, this is so cool. I love the fact that it's environmentally friendly, because the number that you gave me before about how many shingles end up in a landfill is just staggeringly bad.
Yes, and it takes about 400 years for shingles to actually break down, because it's a petroleum-based product.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
okay, so rooflife.ca, correct?
Yes.
Is where we can reach you?
Yep, and just to mention one thing, we have
Yep.
something called an instant estimator, where
Okay.
people can type in their address. Our satellite imaging comes down and measures your house and gives you an instant quote after answering a few questions.
That's
we
amazing.
reach out to you afterwards, and we follow up with a proposal and a fixed price, so people know what it'll cost to do roof rejuvenation.
Very smart. Okay, well, again, thanks for having us. It has been a very knowledgeable experience. Again, rooflife.ca. We'll have all this information on our website, of course, at chch.com. Thanks again.
Awesome.